What is up, guys? It is Blazeka here, back with another video. So, after you guys giving me some feedback, most of you said you came here for Ascension, so I'm going to be delivering Ascension right now. And yeah, so the topic of Ascension I want to talk about today is endgame content for all the people that have not hit level 60, and how is the endgame really looking at the current point of me recording this audio. So I have been level 60 for about a month now, and from when I hit level 60 to now, I have to say my guy has not progressed much. He's not really progressed at all. He does he has decent gear. He has mostly dungeon 1 gear, and that's really it. Now, the thing is with endgame content and Ascension is it's very niche. What you're really restricted to is doing dungeons such as Upper Blackrock Spire and all those over and over again for PvE content. Now, of course, there's always the world boss content, and if you are really up for doing world boss content, I would say go for it. But it's extremely risky with the free-for-all PvP, and with some guilds camping the world boss spawns 24/7, so they know when it's up right away. They will head over there, they'll mobilize, and they won't even give you a chance to even think about doing it with your guild or your friends. Now, I kind of find this bad, really, because it kind of makes people not want to do it at all. It defeats the purpose of even having the world bosses in the first place. Now, they have done a custom world boss before. It was the Nightmare Before Wintervale, and they solved that problem very well with that world boss. But the world boss, what would basically happen is, if you were killed, you were granted a 1-minute shield, so you can rebuff, and there would be portals around the boss fight, since it would be in another phase, and you would go through that, and you would be phased back into the fight. Now, this was a great way of handling the problem I just explained, but that's only with the custom world boss. That was only during Wintervale or, the Christmas holiday. Now, I don't know if they're going to do this with future world bosses at all, but I guess we'll have to see. They haven't really said anything with that. So yeah. Now, with the dungeons. Now, I have to say, I really enjoyed doing the dungeons at first. Especially coming from not doing any vanilla dungeons at all and experiencing that. I found it really fun, with no limits with your class. So that, I'd say, the first couple of times if you run dungeons, it is very fun. I really enjoyed it. And yeah. Now, once you hit, like, the amount of playtime I did, like, I think I have 13 days playtime on my level 60 altogether. And once you get to that point, and doing those dungeons over and over again, you can see it can start to get really boring and dull. Now, they have said Onyxia is already scaled, all ready to go. I do not know why they have not released it yet. It would really help the PvE players get more content, and it would really bring the community more together. With having 40 people required for a certain raid, it would kind of make like a treaty between guilds that are at each other's throats to, take down this greater threat. They do have Molten Core out, although it is extremely buggy and it's kind of testing. It does not drop gear at all. But it's like, if it doesn't really work and you're going to be wasting a lot of gold that you could be using on resets just to repair your gear, why do it? And segueing into that, the resets. So at level 60, a talent and ability purge altogether is 300 gold. Now, 300 gold is a lot. That's a third of your level 60 mount. So, with them being in beta and making the price 300 gold to test out builds, test out what's not working, test what needs to be nerfed, test what needs to be balanced, maybe it needs to be buffed, you know? It's very hard to find that, and it's kind of being counterproductive towards the team having that function in beta. Once it reaches live, I wouldn't mind. As well as they closed down all testing characters. So even if people got access to a testing character and found out bugs like that, they can no longer do that. Now, there are websites that you can theory craft and have like a talent calculator or ability calculator. And that's all good and all, but that kind of brings it to some of the tooltips. You know, all of the talents have been buffed or nerfed than what their flavor text says. So it doesn't really hope it there, and it's just trial and error. But the error costs a lot and a lot and a lot. I have spent over thousands of gold just on resetting because I forgot a couple of abilities and I chose certain stuff over that. Now, if I were on the Ascension team, I would at least make the price cheaper for beta only, or at least hand out like a free reset or every week or a month or so. So far, they've only provided people with one free reset, but it was a mandatory reset when they switched all endpoint talents from 2 ability essences to 3 ability essences. And that's the only time they've done it. So unless you're doing something reworking the essences or something all across those lines, you're not going to get any free resets, really. Now, we've talked about PvE and all that. Now let's go to PvP. Now, PvP in Ascension, it should be good, right? You got the free-for-all PvP and all that. And you also got Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds is open, arenas are open, all that good stuff. So, PvP seems in a good spot for level 60. Now, here is the problem with Battlegrounds and arenas. Now, 1v1 arenas, if you say, yo man, you just want a 1v1 in the arena, they will do it. Now, you can create an arena team right now, and you can go into rated arenas already. So that's really good, but for the fact that no one queues up for it. No one really queues up for arenas because everyone knows they're not going to be queuing up. And my dog's whimpering in the background. I don't know why. But everyone's not going to be queuing up for that. Now, let's head to Battlegrounds. Now, Battlegrounds can be 1v1, so one Horde queues up, one Alliance queues up, okay? So, that seems pretty good. Now, the 1v1 feature is good, but getting some more people into it is the hard part. Now, who really wants to be doing a Arathi base in 1v1 where you're just like hip-hopping all around? It's just like a vicious cycle of people taking each other's bases. Now, I have gotten into an Alterac Valley with at least 5 people on each side, but there is way more Alliance than Horde that would do the PvP. Like, there was like 2 Horde when I queued up, and then there's been like 7 Alliance or 9 Alliance. And if they add a balancing system towards the PvP, I feel that would be amazing. And if they could make the restriction factionless. So let's say there's 10 Horde people that want to queue up for Arathi Basin or Warsun Gulch. It shouldn't be that they are required to get an alliance, but just a certain amount of people and they just split from there. Now, Alterac Valley. Does it work? Yes, it does. Alterac Valley works perfectly fine. The only real problem with it, really, is killing the bosses, such as I think Jekthar is the guy's name, like killing Jekthar, for the Alliance killing them. That's really only a hard part, because if you don't got a tank, you ain't killing Jekthar. If you don't got a healer, you ain't killing Jekthar. And that's really the only bad part with Alterac Valley. Everything works, you can kill the guards, you can get rep from that, and reputation's another thing I want to bring out. Now, Argent Dawn rep, it's super easy to get in beta right now. I've talked to some GMs and they said they'll make it way harder to get attuned for Naxxramas when that comes out in forever. But right now, if you just do Skullments and Strathome like a couple of times, you can easily get exalted. Like, I'm revered, and I haven't done any Argent Dawn quests. I haven't done any Plagueland quests, and I'm already revered. So, with PvP reps, it's not worth it doing it in the beta right now, because every character is going to be wiped and all that. So, trying to do rep with that, even if you're win trading, it's still going to take a while, especially that, not everyone's up for doing battlegrounds and all that. So, we've done PvE and PvP. What about gold farming? Well, if you're a gold farmer, here's the problem. The only efficient way that you're going to be making gold is if you're an AoE tank. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but with the free-for-all PvP, it's definitely going to limit you on doing some stuff. So, one main thing I've seen with gold farmers is when they go to Hearthglen, there's people camping Hearthglen. You can't do Hearthglen because there's going to be people killing you and all that, and it's just going to be a pain. The only real safe way of farming gold is by doing dungeons like Sunken Temple and such. Now, the thing is, you don't even need to really do high-end dungeons to get gear. If you just like doing gold farming and all that with the non-soulbound feature, you could say, you don't even need to do dungeons. You just need to have a fat stack of gold, and then you can buy any dungeon. You can buy world boss crap, all of that. Now, when Class Masking 2 was released, they hinted at a headhunting system. Now, I don't necessarily know if they're on board with this still, but with the headhunting system, it could open a new gateway or a new mode to play at level 60, or even if you're Twink, and that would be being a bounty hunter. Now, I feel as soon as they add it, it would be a great feature, because it will actually start making people, go out. And it would be great, for gold farming, and it would fulfill the dungeon people getting gear, and then, let's say, the Twinks making money off of this. They can furthermore buy enchants and all that to make their Twink stronger. Now, one thing I realized with Twinks now, they don't try to go with the PvP cap, like 19, 29, 39, whatever. They go for specific numbers. So, the most popular Twink is 20. And the reason is you can kill people at 14 to 26. And they mostly just keep it at the zeros. I don't necessarily know why, but it's most likely because of abilities. There's some really good abilities at 20 that will really help your build, like Frostbrand, that's instantly unlocked at 20. So, I just wanted to make this little video running down on what is there to level 60. If you want more of these videos that I guess, are kind of informational, but giving my own spin on it, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and tell me what I should do next. Maybe I should do a class guide for Ascension or something across those lines. Anyways, hope you enjoy. Like always, make sure to leave a like. I've been getting crap storm of dislikes on all my videos, and I hope to see you guys later. Peace out.